back with the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer. And that was a mouthful. But yeah, I've been wanting to do a review on this concealer for so long. I even think that I filmed one like maybe a year ago and it just never got posted up because the lighting or something was really crappy. And I wanted to get some other colors, try them out, see if the consistency was the same sort of across the board, the coloring and all of that stuff. So it took me a while to film it, but I recently have been trying to shop my stash a little bit more and use up products that I haven't been using for a really long time just to get rid of stuff, you know, so I don't just keep accumulating makeup that I'm not using. And this was one of the things that I started using again because I ran out of my MAC Pro Longwear concealer. So it was the concealer that I had on hand, so I started using it. And I rediscovered how much I actually love this concealer. I think that for the price, and it is like the best concealer out there. I mean, granted, you can't really go pick it up in a store. You have to order it online, either from the LA Girl website, or I guess you can get it off of Amazon or eBay. But I usually get mine from Cherry Culture because on Cherry Culture they're cheaper, and a lot of times you can get a 20% off discount code, or you know, Cherry Culture runs those types of sales. So on Cherry Culture right now they are $2.50, and so that is what I picked them up for. I have several here, as you can see, because I wanted to try out a lot of the different colors to see if I actually had the best match for my skin tone. And I think that the colors that I picked up initially were actually pretty spot on. Like, I was like actually really impressed. And the colors that I picked up more recently, I still love and can use them for different things. So I'm not disappointed whatsoever in this product at all. Now, this is a water-based concealer, so sometimes if you haven't used it in a while, or if you're just starting to use it, you may notice a little bit of water come out, but that's just because the majority of the ingredients in here is water. Water is listed as the #1 ingredient. It's cruelty-free. It does sport the cruelty bunny on the back, which we love, of course. So that is a really great thing that it has going for it. So the first colors, when I made my initial purchase a long time ago, way back then, I picked up Fawn and Warm Honey, and I think that they were pretty spot on for the colors that I need. I won't talk too much about the coloring right now because I will put swatches at the end of the video so that you can actually see the colors. But Fawn serves as my skin tone color. Like, this is what I go to on a daily basis. Like, honestly, for the past month, I've been going to this on a daily basis. Like, I have it on all over my face right now. I don't want it all over my face, but I have it on to conceal the spots that I need to conceal. So today I have it on under my eyes because it's daytime. I have it around my nose area where I get some redness, and then around my chin area where it's just kind of like a weird discolor, like a little discoloration that happens around that area, and then that's pretty much it. So Fawn is what I use on a daily basis. It's what I use when I go to work, etc., because it just matches with my skin tone perfectly. And then Warm Honey is what I use when I want to conceal under my eyes. So when I want like the brightening effect under my eyes, then I'm going to use a lighter concealer, and I'm going to use Warm Honey. And Warm Honey is actually a really great dupe for Max NW35, because that's what I normally use under my eyes when I want the brightening effect, because it leans more on the pink side. So when I put it on my skin, it brightens up that area really well, because I'm really yellow based. So if you like yellow based and you use like a salmon or a pinky toned under eye corrector, then it really will brighten up that area. So that's why I use Warm Honey for under my eyes, like nighttime when I'm doing like a really deep smoky eye and I sort of want that lightning, like Kardashian effect under the eye, then I'm gonna go with Warm Honey. So those are the colors that I normally use, but let me actually talk about the products, because the product is amazing regardless of the color. The one negative that I will say about the product is that you can only buy it online, which I've already mentioned. And with that comes looking at online swatches, and online swatches are not always accurate. I will show you pictures of the ones that I picked up and the swatches and how they correspond. Like, at the end of the video, like, you'll see like the actual swatch on Cherry Culture and then what it looks like in the packaging, so that you can sort of compare and contrast. But what I did was I basically just Googled the colors that I wanted to check out, and somebody out there in the world has a swatch of these concealers. So that's what I did, and I hope that the swatches that I put at the end of the video will be helpful as well, because some of them are a little bit off, especially, yeah, so you just have to be really, really careful. But I found that the first two that I picked, which was Fawn and Warm Honey, those swatches I think matched really well, but then there's some like Toffee, that one doesn't match so well. It's a little bit more like yellow-orange on the website, but then it's sort of more salmony pink on the, like in person. But it's a thick type of consistency, so I'll show you. Well, this is what it looks like. This is, I guess, the other negative, that it comes with a brush applicator that looks like this. So it comes with a brush applicator. What I did when I purchased my new ones is I actually ended up cutting the brush off, and so it works a lot better, I find. I don't know, it's a lot easier to work with when the brush is off and you're not worried about like sanitary issues, because it's hard to wash that brush. Also, what you can do is this little top part right here actually pops off. So let me show you what that looks like. It takes a little maneuvering, but you can actually pop the top right off, and this works well if you want to get right into there, because you don't have to worry about anything. And I just think that this is even better than having the brush come off. So, and then if you want to put it back on, you just stick it back on. It's no big deal. Just like that. So now that I've gotten some on my hands, I will talk about the consistency of the actual product. So it looks like that. So you can see it's not super duper thick like a Studio Sculpt concealer, but it's not really runny. I find that it's a little thicker than the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, in that one is a little bit more runny, and especially because it's so hard to get out of the tube. If you use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, you know that pump is like horrendous. No one likes it. It's the most horrible pump ever because you're wasting so much product. With this, it comes out, it's easy to sort of squeeze out. You can get the amount that you need. And then work with that, and then always add a little bit more. That's usually what I do. And so the consistency is, I love the consistency of it because it's so creamy, but it's not super thick that you can't spread it under your eye, if that makes any sense. So how I normally apply this is I will usually put it on the back of my hand, or sometimes I'll just apply it directly on my face where I need it, and then I will blend it in with my fingers a little bit, and then I will go over that with my Beauty Blender sponge, and that really sets everything, and it works really well. It sets to a nice finish. It's not a matte finish, I wouldn't say. I would say it sets to like a semi-matte finish. I always do set it with a powder because I just feel that it lasts a little bit longer throughout the day. I personally don't have any problems with it creasing or doing anything strange. And I've used it under my eye area. I use it under my eye area pretty much every day, on other parts of my face, my nose and stuff like that, and I've never had a problem with it creasing. At the end of the day, I don't look at it and see like patchy spots. I don't find that there are like weird blotches or anything like that. And I've used it with several different powders. I've used it with Ben Nye's powder. I've used it with Clinique powder. I've used it with drugstore powders like Revlon's Nearly Naked, or Sally Hansen's matte finishing powder. I've used it with a few different powders, and I always get the exact same results. Though I will say that the best results usually comes with Ben Nye powder, just because I think of the fineness of that powder. But that's for any concealer in general. I think any concealer that I've ever used, whether it's MAC or this one, sets a lot better with the Ben Nye powder. But yeah, I love this stuff just because the coverage that it offers is so wonderful. Like, it covers up dark circles, it covers up blemishes. I mean, if you look at my face now, like, you can't, and this is HD, but if you look at my face now, like, you can't see any, like, I was having like a strange breakout in this area, and so I covered it so you really can't see it too well. And then under my eyes, you can't really see any dark circles. So I think that it works really well. Like, the coverage that it offers, I still can't believe that this product is only $2.50 on Cherry Culture. Like, I cannot, it's so awesome, and I'm worried that they're going to like raise the price because the product is so amazing. If I were you and you're looking into getting concealer, I would definitely check out the LA Girl HD Pro Concealer because it is wonderful. It lasts for me all day, and a lot of times, like, I'll go to the gym in the middle of the day, so I'll go to work, and then I'll go to the gym in the middle of the day, and, you know, I run, 3 miles or whatever, and yeah, I sweat, but like it's not like running down my face or anything like that. And I can get away with just wearing concealer and powder during the day and not having to use foundation. And that's what I've been doing for the past month because this concealer has been hiding things. Like I don't feel the need to go over my entire face with foundation. I can just cover the parts that I need to cover and put on some powder to set it, and then I'm out the door. So it definitely cuts my makeup time in I wouldn't say half. So it definitely cuts my makeup time down by several minutes because I'm not having to, you know, put on foundation or anything like that. Do I like it better than MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer? That's such a hard question because I love matte concealers. Like they're my favorite concealers of all time because of the color range. And I think that because of the color range that this offers, that the LA Girl Pro Conceal concealers offer, I think that it really is a good match for it. I think it, you know, like I don't feel the need to run out and go get my matte concealer if that answers your question, you know, like I don't think that I have to, and normally that's how I get, like if there's something that I absolutely need in my makeup routine and I can't substitute it with anything else, like I will go out like the very next day if I need to go pick it up. And it's been a good month or so without me having to purchase my matte concealer. I don't know that I will anymore because I don't find that I need to. Like the color range is so great and I have so many different colors. And the color, it's funny because the colors that I picked up, like if you can see, I don't know how you're gonna see that on camera, but they're all pretty similar in color, right? Like they're all pretty similar in color, but they offer, like I can use them for a ton of different things. And there's one that I don't know that I'll be able to use at all because it's just really not my right coloring. It's a little too dark and a little too red for me, but I can give it away or I'll figure out what to use with it. Even if I have to just use it as like an eyeshadow base, I think I can work with it, but they're only $2.50 on Cherry Culture. So if I, like, honestly, if you're looking for concealers, pick them up. And if you don't like them, I mean, it was $2.50. Like, you're not really out very much money. So I think they're definitely worth it. I think they're $5 on the LA Girl website if you want to check them out there. But yeah, so I will now film some swatches for you and you will see that next. So I'm gonna actually talk through this part instead of showing just pictures because I just think it'll be a little bit more beneficial. I will put the actual color swatch that shows up on Cherry Culture right here so that you can compare and contrast what it looks like against the actual concealer. So this one right here is the color Fawn, and again, this is the one that I use on my skin tone because it matches me perfect. So there's the blob, and then this is it as it is getting sheared out. And again, I shear this out. My face is a little bit darker than the back of my hand. So, but as you can see, that's pretty close to my skin tone. Again, it matches my face color a lot better, but that is Fawn. And Fawn is a more neutral, warm base. It's like warm, but it leans neutral, which is why I really like it on my skin tone because it's not super red, it's not super yellow or super orange. It works absolutely perfect for my skin tone. Okay, the next one is Warm Honey, and this is the one that I think is a great match for an NW35, which is the color that I use under my skin. So if you can see, this is a little bit more on the pink side, and that's it sheared out. And again, you can see it against the swatch. So you can sort of see like what the coloring looks like. And I'm using natural light right now, so hopefully that helps a little bit. Okay, the next color that I have is Cool Tan. Oh, and you can see, okay, so see how I just squeezed it out? This is new. So as I squeeze it out, you can see that a little bit of water came out, and that's just, again, because it's water-based. Oh, a lot of water came out. Cool Tan is definitely too light for me. I may be able to use it under my eyes, but haven't so much. If I thought of a Cool Tan, it's a warmer tan color, almost like the way that you would imagine like a beige-ish color would be, but I may be able to use this under my eyes. Haven't tried it yet, but just wanted to show you what the swatch looks like against the swatch on the website. And the last one that I have is in the color Toffee, and this one I think is the worst swatch online because it really doesn't like reflect it at all. Online it's a little bit warmer, a little orangier, and in person it's definitely more salmon pink. So that's it right there, and then this is what it looks like when it's blended out a little bit. So I probably won't be able to use this under my eye or otherwise just because of the coloring, but I might be able to use it as a base from you know, like a eyeshadow base or something, so I'll try to figure it out, but for the most part, that's it. Okay guys, so I hope that that helps some of you. Again, I will link the website down below. I buy mine from cherryculture.com, but I will also link the LA Girl website down below as well, because I love these concealers so much, and I hope that some of you guys out there try them, because I really do think that they're worth the $2.50 that you spend, and even more. So please, LA Girl, do not raise your prices, because I love, love, love this concealer. If you guys have tried LA Girl's concealers, then leave me a comment down below letting me know if you like them, and also for others who are looking for their particular coloring, leave the color that you've purchased and then maybe like your MAC shade, if you use a MAC shade, so that they can sort of compare and contrast as they are searching for the right color for them. So I hope that you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.